What's up, Cardano fans? So I want to make a quick update video on everything happening in the Cardano ecosystem. I also want to talk about a little bit about SNEK and how the year of the snake, in at least the Chinese horoscope, might potentially be a catalyst for SNEK. Also, there is one exchange that is potentially getting ready to go all in on Cardano native tokens. Which exchange is that? We'll talk about that as well. So like the video and let's jump in. We take a look at here from CoinMarketCap. Over the last 7 days, Cardano is still up almost 20%. Again, over the last 7 days, it saw a nice rally from around 85 cents to a local high of around $1.15. We've since pulled back on the 1 day. We are down 8%, but so is the rest of the markets. As you see, the biggest losers, a lot of them are meme coins. So Cardano holding pretty steady at number 9, down 7% on the 24-hour. I really think that dollar mark is going to be very important for Cardano from at least from a chart perspective. We take a look here on the Cardano chart. This is Cardano on the weekly, sourced from Binance. We had this large bull flag essentially where we saw like 4 consecutive massive green candles, 3 of which saw large liquidations to the upside. And so looks like we were getting ready to break out of this weekly pattern here on this bull flag to the upside, got rejected, priced it open above our top end of our trend line here, but we are currently back within our parallel channel. Now, we do need to break this thing to the upside for this pattern to fulfill, and if it does, then what you're looking at for a measured move is we simply take the length of the pole and we place it above our breakout area. Let's just say it breaks out over the next couple weeks. You're looking at around a $2 Cardano. Now, of course, these are all probabilities. These patterns can be invalidated, but the chart is looking strong. We're also seeing money flow has continued to stay green outside of 1 week, really since the beginning of September. That's a long time. That's almost 4 months of money flow consistently being green, again, with the exception of 1 week, which was back in the week of Christmas, where we saw money flow flip from green to red. We're also seeing the sentiment staying above our midline, which is very good. And so things are looking up for Cardano. I know the price might be a little down right now, but again, so is the rest of the markets. But hey, if you're in Cardano, I know you're probably in it for the long term. But this pattern, interesting to see. Now, the lower end of this pattern, if we do come back and retest, would be right around 77 cents. I don't see that happening. I think it's more likely we come back and maybe retest the top end of this wick we saw 2 weeks ago, which is right around 93.24 cents. Of course, we did go all the way down to that 85-cent level. Could we go back there again? Potentially. I'm going to remove this drawing here, and I'm going to throw on our price action concepts. You can see here we did catch some support right around this large volume node, around 76.25 cents. If I throw on our volume profile, yeah, you can see we got some volume here. And you also have a lot of buying and selling happening here. Around 42% of buying and selling happen in this region. And so, again, chart looks strong. If we zoom out to the daily on Cardano, very similar, right? Kind of a breakout, attempted breakout out of another bull flag pattern on the lower time frame. But we came back, retested, potentially come back to retest this equilibrium zone as we did back on the 20th of December on a wick. We trended down just for a few days, and then Cardano just had this massive 30% candle. This is a 3-day chart, not a 1-day chart, 3-day chart, a 30% candle on a 3-day chart. That's pretty big. And so a lot of volume around this $8 area, which is obviously proven to be a lot of selling. And so, again, on the 3-day, though, we're seeing a lot of buying coming in right around the 80-cent level. So a lot of people are looking at Cardano and 80 cents and saying this is extremely undervalued. Let me go ahead and enter into a position. I think we're going to see more of that if we do get back down to 80 cents, which I don't know if we will, because you see here, whales have bought 10 million Cardano over the last 24 hours. So essentially $10 million. And then also we have this from Cardano Whale, which, by the way, I know a lot of you probably already are following this account. If you're not, do yourselves a favor, follow Cardano Whale. Just some high-level info that's posted on this person's X handle. Looks like ADA is back on the menu in the Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund, as this was shared by Grayscale. Cardano Whale goes on to say the fund tracks CoinDesk's Large Cap Select Index, which previously removed ADA due to low volume. but volume returned with a vengeance. The index is market cap weighted. So if ADA has a market cap of 38 billion versus 2.7 trillion for Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Solana, its weight in the underlying index is around 38 out of 2,700, or the math comes out to around 1.4%. So shout out to Cardano Whale for sharing that. It only makes sense for Cardano to be in Grayscale's large cap. And we're going to see more and more of this. You're going to see a DeFi sector large cap ETF, a meme coin one, a DPIN one, an RWA one, a freaking AI one. You're going to see a bunch of those. So Cardano might have multiple different ETFs that it's part of a spot, but we do expect eventually for a solo Cardano spot ETF to hit the market as well. And then we had this update from Charles as he is back from his darkness escapade. I don't even know what the correct word is, but he said he had to leave early because some weird stuff was going on. I'm not going to get into that, but he did post this. This was 3 days ago. Lace is going through its largest upgrades and enhancements this year, from multi-platform to many new and exciting features. Excited to see what this thing looks like. We know Charles talked about the whole paper wallet idea and how it is the most secure. And I believe that was with Lace as well. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but this was announced around the time of Rare Evo. And so, yeah, we also have this as well. Chinese horse. It wasn't Rare Evo. It was another conference that was here. Was it Rare Evo? I don't know. It was a conference. They did the Hydra Doom there. It was Rare Evo. Okay, perfect. I'm getting the thumbs up from my producer. It was Rare Evo. Okay, so I said I was going to talk a little bit about SNEK. All right, so 2025, if you follow the Chinese horoscope, it is the year of the snake. And we are constantly sitting there and we're telling these exchanges, why are you guys not listing Cardano native tokens? At the very least, you're listing meme coins at a rapid pace. You're listing meme coins with like a $10 million market cap, $20 million market cap. Now I understand that a lot of these projects are coming out of pocket and paying large amounts of money, but we're talking about a meme coin from a top 10 project that's got over 40,000 holders with a market cap, I believe right now is just shy of $500 million. And of course, I'm talking about SNEK. Now, there is one exchange, I teased it in the beginning. This exchange, we've been working with them closely. They're called Pionex. They have a global arm and they also have a US arm, but they're actually fully regulated. So you don't even need a VPN or worry about getting caught using it and being locked out of your account. They're fully regulated in the States here in the US. And so they went all in on the KRC20 tokens when no one else wanted to with Caspa. And I think they're about to go all in on Cardano native tokens. This was a post from Pionex. This was back in December 6th to be exact, where they announced that they were listing SNEK on their Pionex.us. Now, it did go on their global website first, but then this one, obviously, being in the US, we're looking for, derivatives exchanges where we can buy spot, we can also leverage trade. Pionex is the real deal, and I love the fact that they're not afraid to do what these other exchanges are doing. Again, first with the Caspa ecosystem, and I really think this is not me confirming anything from Pionex or from the team. This is just for me speculating. If you're gonna list SNEK and you're gonna list one Cardano native token, I'm a betting man, and I'm gonna bet they're probably gonna list more. So I'm curious, in the comment section, let me know. If they are gonna list another Cardano native token, which one would you like to see listed on Pionex.us? And I will share some of those comments with the team. And hey, maybe, just maybe, we can get the team to list another Cardano native token. Also, if you don't have an account, I highly recommend you go get an account. They are doing a $202,500 giveaway if you participate using their spot trading bot or just manual spot trading. And so what I always say is, and I told the Caspa community this when they first listed the KRC20 token standard, is I tell these exchanges, I'm like, look, you list something from a big community, these guys will support you, right? They'll support you. They want to show you made the right decision. They want to say thank you for doing something that no one else really wanted to do. And so I would argue the same here with some of the Cardano people. These guys, they went out of the way. They listed SNEK. They listed a Cardano native token. And I think that's a big deal. And I think we should definitely show our support. At the very least, go check out the platform. It's pretty badass. They got a bunch of different trading bots that you can use. You can either copy them or create them yourself. And again, the big thing for me is, I can't tell you how many exchanges reach out to me. And the first question I ask is, do I need a VPN or do I need to hide the fact that I'm using your platform in the US? And the majority of the time, the answer is yes, you need a VPN. With Pionex, again, with their US arm, you don't need one. So go on there, create a bot for yourself. If you end up creating a bot, let us know on Twitter, on X, right? Sin City Crypto 1. Go ahead and tag us and quote tweet it at us, and we'll kind of interact with you there. But they have a bunch of different bots. I'm not going to get into all of them, but if you go on here, you click on each one. You can click on the details and see exactly what to do. Again, you can also find strategies that are profitable. Like this one is up, I think, 107%. It's a Bitcoin grid AI strategy. You can just copy, and then it'll automatically do it for you. So shout out to Pionex. Love those guys. They're great. Go support them. Create an account. Use the link in the description of the video. Now, I want to talk a little bit about SNEK on the charts here. By the way, SNEK community, I love you guys, man. You guys are one of my favorite communities out there. You guys are great. So SNEK on the 4-hour, we're seeing essentially saw a double top and a double bottom here. But what I'm seeing here, and I believe it was on the 4-hour, it might have been on the daily. It was on the daily. So we're starting to see a little bit. So we had a little bit of constriction within our Bollinger Bands. We did see a breakout on the daily. This was back just on Friday, but we're kind of coming back and retesting the midline of our Bollinger Bands, which just put us right around 0.0062. So I'll just call it, we'll get rid of the zeros. Let's call it 62. And if I remove the Bollinger Bands and I'll throw on our price action concepts here from LuxAlgo, we'll take a look. Some important areas here to keep an eye on. The first place where we saw a big sell-off, essentially a local top, was at this 95 level, which is our premium zone, which we saw a spill off, but we did catch some support on the wick twice. Now, a few things happened here. One, we had our equilibrium zone right at that 50 level. We also had two gaps that was created on the way up, where SNEK just had this massive run from around 40 to a wick high again of 95, essentially over doubling in price. So on the way up, we did create a couple gaps. Both those gaps got filled on this December 20th candle, and we've since kind of chopped sideways, a little big move up over the last 3-4 days. I expect maybe a little more chop to the sideways until Cardano starts moving again. But SNEK, if you have SNEK, you're there for the community. You love what they're doing, as I do. I hold a lot of SNEK in my portfolio. So shout out to you guys. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Subscribe, put your notification bell on. We will continue to cover Cardano content, Cardano ecosystem content. So shout out to you. And again, big thank you to Pionex, and we'll see you in the next one.